what is the absolute breaking point for trust? I mean, really think about it. That moment, the person you relied on most shows a side you never, ever imagined existed.
It's a terrifying thought.
Imagine handing your child over, feeling completely safe, completely confident, and then finding out they were living this other life.
Yeah.
A nightmare.
That trust, especially with our kids, it's fundamental, isn't it? It's how society functions, really.
Absolutely. And when it breaks, the fallout is just immense.
Devastating, often.
So today, we're diving deep into a story that really hits that nerve. This isn't your typical case.
No.
We're looking at Ellen Hartley in Millfield, Oregon. And honestly, after hearing this, you might question everything you think you know about someone. We've got police reports, witness interviews, personal accounts.
And they all paint this picture of this horrifying deception hidden right in plain sight.
Millfield, Oregon. You can almost picture it, can't you?
Yeah, small town, everyone knows everyone. Probably felt very safe.
Exactly. Doors unlocked, gossip network, the whole 9 yards, which in a way makes it the perfect place for someone like Ellen to operate and the perfect stage for this whole tragedy to unfold.
Right, that closeness can be a double-edged sword.
So Ellen Hartley shows up in Millfield. She's like this breath of fresh air, a nurse, friendly, always offering to help out.
The ideal neighbor, seemingly.
Totally. And she starts this little daycare from her home. Now think about Laura Jensen, a widow, 2 kids, trying to juggle work. Ellen must have seemed like an answer to her prayers.
Oh, absolutely. For a single parent finding reliable, trustworthy childcare, that's huge. It's incredibly honorable.
Huge. And when someone like Ellen comes along, seemingly warm, capable, you could see how those walls would come down.
You desperately want to trust them. You need to.
And Laura's own words capture that. She said, quote, "She was a godsend. My kids adored her. I trusted her implicitly."
Implicitly, that level of faith.
It makes what happened next just gut-wrenching. Because one evening, her youngest son, Ben, says something seemingly small, almost innocent.
It's often the kids, isn't it? They don't have the filters.
Right. He comes home, and maybe he's just playing or something, and he says, "Miss Ellen said not to tell you what we play in the dark."
Ooh, in the dark.
Yeah, let that sink in, what we play in the dark. Instantly, you get that prickle of unease, don't you?
Definitely. It's secretive, hidden, wrong.
That's the first real crack. The first sign that maybe, just maybe, things aren't what they seem with Miss Ellen.
That phrase alone, in the dark. It's just loaded with unsettling possibilities, especially coming from a child.
And Laura, well, you know, she's busy. Maybe she tried to brush it off at first. Kids say weird things, right?
You try to rationalize, you hope it's nothing.
But then over the next few days, Ben's behavior, it starts to change. Noticeably.
How so?
He got really withdrawn, started having these awful night terrors, and he even started wetting the bed again, which he hadn't done in ages.
Those are pretty significant warning signs in a young kid. Fear, anxiety, trauma, even.
And then came the drawings. He started drawing these pictures. Just dark, windowless rooms. Over and over.
Windowless rooms. That suggests confinement, doesn't it? Something hidden away.
So Laura, gently asks him about these drawings. And his answer, it's whispered, like he's scared. He says, "That's where she takes the crying ones."
Oh my God.
Yeah. Suddenly all that gratitude Laura felt for Ellen, it just curdles, turns into this cold, icy fear. What on earth is happening over there?
Where she takes the crying ones. That implies punishment, cruelty. It's a parent's absolute worst nightmare beginning to take shape.
And the little details, they start piling up, making her more anxious. Like there was this locked closet in Ellen's basement.
Locked in a house used for daycare.
Exactly. The kids were told strictly, never go near it.
Yeah.
Why? What's behind that door?
That level of secrecy is a huge red flag in itself.
Laura's trying to push it down, right? Trying to tell herself she's imagining things. But then she gets this phone call, just a casual chat with another parent, maybe. And they mentioned seeing Laura's daughter with Ellen in town that afternoon.
Oh.
And Laura thought her daughter was homesick with a fever. Ellen was supposed to be keeping her resting at home.
So Ellen lied, straight up lied about where her daughter was.
Yes, a direct lie. That's the tipping point, isn't it? Yeah. Vague worry just explodes into panic.
That's no longer just an uneasy feeling. That's concrete deception. You know something's wrong.
Laura just bolts, flies over to Ellen's house, mind probably racing with a million horrible scenarios.
Adrenaline must have been pumping.
The house is locked. It's quiet, eerily quiet. But she presses her ear to the back door, and she hears something.
What?
A whimper. Faint, muffled, and then a dragging sound.
Oh.
That's it. Mother's instinct kicks in full force. She kicks the door open, doesn't even hesitate, and just plunges down the basement stairs into the dark.
Driven by pure fear, you'd do anything in that moment.
And down there, under this single, awful, bare light bulb, there's her daughter, sitting on this dirty, thin mattress.
Oh, thank God. She found her.
Yes, but that's not all she sees. The walls, the small walls are covered in drawings.
Drawings in pens.
Dozens of them. Childlike, crude, but terrifying. Some kids, Laura recognizes, kids from the neighborhood, from the daycare.
Okay.
But others, their faces match the missing posters. The ones plastered all over town for months. Missing children. Drawn on Ellen's basement wall.
Oh my God. The connection. She found the connection.
Right there, in crayon. And Ellen, gone. Vanished. Completely. The only thing left behind is this single piece of paper, folded, taped to the damp wall.
A note.
A note. It just said, "They trusted me, so did you."
Chilling, just cold and calculated, acknowledging the betrayal.
Exactly, like a final twist of the knife.
So the police get involved, obviously.
Oh yeah, and what they find upstairs in Ellen's bedroom, it just gets worse.
Yeah.
There's this heavy chest, locked, hidden under the bed.
And inside.
Meticulously organized horror. Scrapbooks, photos of kids smiling, detailed medical records, notes about their habits, their routines.
Keeping records, like research.
And dates. Dates next to some entries that were after some of those children were reported missing.
Weeks, months after.
Implying she still knew something, maybe still had them. It's unclear, but deeply disturbing. The lead detective said it wasn't just obsession, it was a system. She was keeping track, studying them.
A system. That suggests long-term planning, doesn't it? Not impulsive acts.
And then they find a flash drive.
Oh no, digital evidence.
There's video logs recorded in that basement documenting these games. The footage itself is bad enough, deeply upsetting, but there's this one clip at the very end. You can barely hear it. A whisper.
Ellen's voice.
Ellen's voice.
Yeah.
Saying, they only cry the first few times, then they learn.
God, that implies breaking them, conditioning them, the casual cruelty of it.
Sickening, isn't it?
Just inhuman.
What's almost as terrifying, though, is who was she? Where did she come from?
That's the other huge mystery. It's like she just appeared in Millfield at age 28. Poof.
No history. Nothing. Nothing. No school records, no old addresses, no driver's license history before then, no social media, no digital footprint, a complete blank slate.
That's highly unusual, almost impossible these days.
Right. It took a private investigator ages digging and digging to find even a tiny possible lead, an old photo.
From where?
A defunct orphanage. One that was shut down decades ago. Really nasty stuff. Alleged abuse, unethical experiments on the kids.
Oh, terrible.
And in this blurry photo, tucked in a corner, there's this young girl, face partly hidden, but there's a resemblance, a definite resemblance to Ellen.
So was she a victim herself of that system? Did it twist her into becoming a predator?
Or was she something else entirely? Something inherently broken? It's the big unanswered question, isn't it? Victim turned abuser or something darker?
And we might never know because she just vanished.
Literally. No passport activity, no money trails, no car found. Like smoke, gone.
Leaving behind so much devastation and so many questions.
The town, Millfields, was obviously reeling. Laura's daughter. She needed a lot of therapy. The scars are still there, you know?
Of course. How could they not be?
And other families started talking, remembering things, little oddities they'd dismissed before.
Like what?
Brief moments where their kids seemed to lose time after being with Ellen. Unexplained bruises they'd chalked up to playground falls, small toys going missing.
Things that seemed insignificant alone, but together paint a disturbing pattern.
Exactly. But here's the frustrating part. Despite everything found in that house, no official criminal charges were ever filed directly against Ellen for the disappearances or abuse.
Why not? They had the basement, the drawings, the videos.
The children. They were deemed too young, their trauma too severe, to provide reliable, consistent testimony that would hold up in court. It's heartbreaking. The system couldn't fully prosecute because the victims were so vulnerable.
That's a tragically common problem in these kinds of cases. The difficulty of getting legally sound testimony from very young children.
So she got away with it, legally speaking. And the whispers started. They still go on.
Sightings.
Unconfirmed sightings. Different states, even rumors of her being seen overseas. And there's this one local legend. Maybe true, maybe not. A retired cop swears he got a letter.
A letter from her.
Postmarked from Romania, apparently. Just 5 words inside.
Yeah.
Still trusted, still watching, still here.
Wow. Whether it's real or not, it captures the enduring fear, doesn't it? The feeling that she's still out there.
It really does. So think about your own life, right?
Yeah.
We have to trust people.
Yeah.
Every day.
It's necessary. Teachers, doctors, babysitters, friends, colleagues.
You can't function without that basic level of trust in others. You need community. You need support.
But Ellen Hartley, her story is this stark, absolutely terrifying reminder that sometimes the most monstrous intentions can hide behind the kindest face, the most trustworthy appearance.
It leaves you with a really chilling thought, doesn't it? Someone like Ellen can just materialize, build this entire fake persona, gain total trust.
Who else might be out there, hiding in plain sight?
Just waiting. Waiting for their chance. Waiting for you to trust them.